This one's from the Economic Collapse blog, Michael Snyder's site. And believe me, he's not watching, listening to Jason for much less Cliff High or, Webbot stuff. You and I already know Cliff High's data recently said end of the year numbers for $10,000 in Bitcoin. Next year, remember the number was 13,800, I think, right? Or 13,600, somewhere around there. And he said it seemed like everything kind of got pushed back, out a couple months. But the new number for Bitcoin is now $20,000 next year. But just to see what other people who are paying attention at least to Bitcoin and cryptos, what their take on this whole thing is. Where can it go? What's the high? Where can it go next? Which is where this one comes from. How high can it go? Bitcoin shocks the world by crossing the $7,000 mark less than 1 month after it sold for $5,000. Less than a month ago, Bitcoin was selling for less than $500, but now it has smashed through the $7,000 mark with seemingly no end in sight. At this point, Bitcoin has a total market cap of more than $100 billion, and some analysts are suggesting that it could eventually go as high as $1 trillion. Now, before you think about it, that's market cap, not the price of one Bitcoin, right? Don't get all, glossy-eyed and, no. $100 billion, it just breached it easily. They're saying if it goes 10 times higher, as far as the price goes, that would easily equal $1 trillion. At the same time, new people are coming out, buying Bitcoin, that sort of thing. And very slowly, new Bitcoins are coming online. Again, their maximum amount, I believe, is 21 million Bitcoins ever, and that's it. So these things can be highly, highly valuable in the future. And I gotta be honest, I've got a stack of little Bitcoin that I want to just sit on. I don't want to play it up, down, that sort of thing. I told you a few days ago, when I came out kind of the second time, hey, Cliff High, $10,000 Bitcoin, that kind of thing. And everyone was rushing into it. I did another video and I'm like, guys, the altcoins, a lot of them are screaming, buy me right now. And I told you, at least in the comment section, I know I've wrote about 3 or 4 different times to some people, hey, I just unloaded about half my Bitcoin, got some Litecoin, got some OMG coin additional, but I also had some EOS too. EOS went up from 50, 60 cents to freaking $1.20, $1.06 somewhere there. I sold off a good portion of it, probably half of what I had in EOS. I'll wait for the price to settle back down. Again, good news comes out, bang, these things jump up, sell off, sit back. Oh, it's down again, 50, 60, 70 cents. Let me buy back in. Another set of good news comes out later, boom. And remember with EOS, I was just saying, I'm just going to buy some of these as a just in case, because if they can get this thing going next year that they're talking about, man, those things should be pretty valuable. But then all of a sudden, there's a little bit of news. And I said at the time, what the hell is news? I don't even see any news. Why is this going up? I'm looking. Someone sent me a piece of news. It wasn't like big news or anything, honestly, but it was some positive news for EOS, some little thing. Okay, that's what triggered this? Okay, interesting. Nonetheless, selling opportunity. It's going back down. Buy it when it gets lower again. Anyways, back to Bitcoin. So what I was saying is let me back up. I didn't finish that. I resold off some of the stuff. Litecoin went up a little bit. I hadn't really messed with that too much. I did flip a little bit out of that because I bought some more recently with some of the Bitcoin I had prior. Now, I'm telling you, $6,800, $6,888, Cliff's number. And I said, he thinks maybe the sell-off already happened. We're not 100% sure because we never got to the price target. Not even close to it, actually. And then the sell-off occurred. He's not so sure that we're going to see a sell-off. So I repeated everything he said. And it doesn't appear that there's going to be a sell-off right now. It's $7,500 Bitcoin, Then again, you never know. There could be. But how the hell is it going to 10K if there's going to be a big old sell-off happening, right? That means it could go down to like 4,000 and then all the way jump to 10 in another month and a half or so, 2 months, whatever. May not be hard to believe, right? So looking at some of the ones that went up, EOS, okay, let me flip out of some of these, go back into Bitcoin. Because I didn't sell all the Bitcoin I had. I took half and said, well, if this thing's about to go down, let me flip into these other coins that are saying buy me right now, some of them, which I did. Bitcoin's still going up. Okay, interesting. Let me flip back out and back into Bitcoin. and that's what I've actually done. So I did make a couple bucks doing the little flip down to some of the ones that were lower or up a little bit, sell back off into the Bitcoin, that kind of thing. Nothing to, again, not huge gains, nothing to write home about, but it was a decent move. So back to Michael Snyder, Economic Collapse Blog. At this point, Bitcoin has a total market cap of $100 billion, and some analysts are suggesting that it could eventually go as high as $1 trillion. Which means what? It just has to go 10 times the price today, or $70,000+ per Bitcoin. Funny that I mentioned that. His older, not that old, but older data was suggesting $40,000 Bitcoin would be coming. Not too far out. So if you literally could acquire 10 Bitcoins or half or whatever, and you just sit on those, and I'm just giving you a number. You can do whatever you need to do to get whatever amount you need. But let's say you had 10, and it goes to 40,000, $400,000. Let me tell you something. I made a claim, not even a claim, but more or less a, could you imagine if this happens? And I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, one of those videos I did. Hey, remember all the talk about silver, and one day when this damn stuff is finally stops getting manipulated and the price freaking jumps up finally, boy, wouldn't it be a great story to tell, hey, I paid my house off, I paid that off, whatever, you know. And then, excuse me, then when we got into the cryptos, heavily this year, I'll say, I'm out here doing videos, guys. Remember what I said about silver selling off one day? I think this is going to happen in cryptos, which means what? I don't even have to touch my silver. You guys remember me saying that? I don't have to touch my silver. This would be wonderful. Let me just tell you, if Bitcoin does that kind of a move, I'm just talking $40,000, not 70 or whatever. I'm going to tell you, somebody's house is going to be paid off, and he just got this house, me. Now, of course, how long does it take to get to 40K? The other thing is that doesn't include the other stuff. The ones we're waiting on, the pillars and the populace and pay, all this, whatever altcoins and tokens you're sitting on, doesn't include those. Which would be phenomenal, because if Bitcoin's at that level, if Bitcoin gets to 40K, what do you think Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Pillar, all these other, what do you think they're going to be at when we see numbers like that in Bitcoin? Come on. You following me? Cryptocurrencies overall are up an astounding 640% so far in the year 2017. And personally, I regret, he says, I regret not investing when Bitcoin was still in the very early stages. I always thought that governments would eventually crack down and regulate cryptocurrencies out of existence. And that still may happen someday, but it hasn't happened yet. One of the great things about Bitcoin is that it represents a medium of exchange that is not controlled by the central bankers. So when you use Bitcoin, you are choosing to become less dependent on a system that is designed to financially dominate the entire freaking planet. Any way that we can become more independent is a good thing, and so I greatly applaud the use of cryptocurrencies. But there are those that are warning that a major bubble is forming and that extreme downward price action will be coming at some point. Needless to say, the upward momentum that we are witnessing at the moment is certainly not sustainable indefinitely, and the following comes from Breitbart. The price of Bitcoin smashed another record on early Thursday morning, $7,000 for each unit of the digital currency. As of 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Bitcoin is selling for $7,191, according to data from Coinbase. Bitcoin, which is minted by a decentralized network of miners, not a governing body, hit its this latest benchmark with a single-day increase of nearly $640, only 13 days after it became valued at $6,000. If an individual bought one Bitcoin exactly 1 month ago, it has grown $2,902.33, or 67.67% in value. Anything that goes up that fast is eventually going to come down, and those that invest at $7,000 could end up seeing the price fall back several $1,000s, or the euphoria surrounding Bitcoin could propel it through the $10,000 mark and make all the skeptics look like idiots. Well, let's see, how many times thus far have the skeptics looked like idiots And have the skeptics ever not look like an idiot and actually got it right on the whole Bitcoin thing? No, 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 and no. They never got it right. It keeps going. It's like the damn Energizer Bunny. Still going. Bitcoin going up. Still going. Oh, it came down today. Skeptics, we told you it was coming down. Oh, never mind. It's back up. Record-breaking high shortly after. Oh, yeah. Listen, skeptics, shut your flipping mouth. We've been doing this for the last 2-3 years. Oh, it's going down. Again, like I said yesterday, could you imagine hundreds of dollars Bitcoin? Remember more $800 Bitcoin? Oh, it's too high. I don't know if I want to get in. I think it's going to come back down. The people saying that here we're, and again, Cliff High's thing is telling us this path it's taking, and when it hits these numbers, it's not coming back down according to his data, which could be wrong. We understand this, that his data could be wrong. But when it's been so freaking right, it can't get no righter. At some point, we got to say, all right, the hell with this, I'm going in. And that was when I did $800-something, bang, I'm jumping in. I was mining altcoins and flipping on the Bitcoins back in end of 2013, 2014, whatever it was. And gained approximately 3, got another one. Let me buy another, okay, time to buy half of one. It's getting expensive. And now it's $7,500 today. So will it be propelled through the $10,000 mark and make all the skeptics look like idiots? Magic 8-Ball, I've got a very important question to ask you. Is Bitcoin going to go past the 10,000 mark and make all the skeptics look like idiots? My sources say no. Magic 8-Ball, I don't think you heard what I said. I said, is Bitcoin going to go through the $10,000 mark and make all the skeptics look like idiots? Or maybe I shouldn't just make them look like idiots. Let's just ask the monetary value. Magic 8-Ball, is Bitcoin going to go past $10,000 US dollars? Maybe, I didn't specify what country. Maybe that's why Magic 8-Ball didn't like it. Signs point to yes. Don't you love the Magic 8-Ball? If it gives you the answer you don't want, just make something up and ask it again a little differently. And if it still tells you no, ask it again and differently a third time until the damn thing tells you yes. Wonderful thing about a Magic 8-Ball. Anyways, we just don't know, and that is part of the charm of Bitcoin. And according to Bloomberg, soon investors will be able to trade Bitcoin futures, which we've heard from the CME Group, of course. The digital currency got new impetus this week after CME Group Inc., the world's largest exchange owner, said it plans to introduce Bitcoin futures by the end of the year, citing pent-up demand from clients. Skeptics, including Themis Trading, said the rally is evidence that the software-created asset is a bubble that should not be given regulatory cover. I do think it doesn't need to be given a futures contract by the corrupt CME Group. Commodities, what is it, CME? Something, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. What is it? By the way, I bought a couple of cases of these. I told you the other days are good. Core Organic. It's organic. I know you feel it. It's organic. Good stuff. I got a peach and a watermelon. They have a berry, like a blueberry or something. It's pretty good, decent. Anyways. Of course, Bitcoin is not the only major cryptocurrencies that is out there. In fact, there are rumblings that Amazon is about to start promoting Bitcoin's chief competitor. Ethereum, the top digital currency behind Bitcoin, has plunged in price as Bitcoin enjoys its massive surge, falling from a 24-hour high of $301 to $277 Thursday morning. Of course, it's already back to $300, FYI. However, this Tuesday, Amazon bought the domain names AmazonEthereum.com, AmazonCryptocurrency.com, and AmazonCryptocurrencies.com, fueling speculation that it may get into the action on decentralized digital currencies. Ethereum is not just a currency like Bitcoin, but an app development platform, the Windows or OS X of blockchain. So let's talk about that for a second. What the hell's Amazon doing messing around with Ethereum? What did Cliff High say would also happen to Ethereum? Here it is bouncing around just above 300 to below 300. It is literally just massive resistance around this $300 mark. Meanwhile, Litecoin can bounce around, although it's been pretty steady in the 50 something dollar range now that it's past the 40 something. However, it was hovering around that price for a while, back when Ethereum was still bouncing around 280, 290, 300 up, back again. And Litecoin's 55, 56, 53, whatever. Bitcoin, on the other hand, oh my gosh, up, 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 up. But Cliff High's data did say we would see $500 Ethereum. And remember his thing about, I think wasn't it Brazil? The real, the Brazilian currency, that his data pulled back a price of Ethereum next year of, I think, over $1,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the reason he said it was over 1,000, like more like 1,300, I think, but it was based off of what the price in the Brazilian currency was, which he reconverted to US dollars and said, well, as long as there's no major, devaluation on the currency over there to the US dollar, and there hasn't been in, any foreseeable, well, in the past, recent history or the foreseeable future, honestly. In other words, it should remain stable from whatever however many of their dollars to ours. If that stays, even if it's a little off, it's okay. But as long as it's right around that same where it's been, we should see, just put it this way, over $1,000 US dollar Ethereum, which would mean next year, right? What's $7,000, which it's over that now, Bitcoin, times 3, $21,000. What's $300 Ethereum times 3? $900 Ethereum. So I think his forecast is going to be pretty darn accurate. What time next year? Not 100% sure. We don't really know. Same thing with Litecoin. There's going to be something coming out with Litecoin sooner or later that will propel it to triple digit numbers. You multiply it by 3 times and you've got, at $50, that's 150, 55, whatever, call it 165. Anyways, or yeah, about 165. Yeah, something like that. Triple digits staring us in the face. So that's why, again, the safest, if someone's just sitting there, well, I don't want to get in the ICO stuff, I'm scared, I'm nervous. Okay, all right. I'll say it again. Sit on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Everybody I talk to, just, like friends, family, go to Coinbase.com, also go to Gemini, but Coinbase, you can get signed up today easily. They offer you Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, whereas Gemini only offers Bitcoin and Ethereum, unless they've changed that recently. I don't think they have. So go to Coinbase, get those 3 things. If you don't feel comfortable with the whole wallet, backups, and all that, and you want to just leave it in exchange, which again, my thing, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. But I don't foresee an issue with Coinbase. Honestly, I don't. It's been up for a long time now. I think it's pretty safe. But that don't change my view. I want it in my own wallet. Having said that, for the people, ease of use, look, go to freaking Coinbase. You got $1,500 to spend? Yes. 500 Bitcoin, 500 Ethereum, 500 Litecoin. Bang. The next time you have a set of money sitting on the side and you want to add more, do the same exact three. Boom, boom, boom. Cut it in 3s and go. 33%, 33%, 33%, done. And there's a few people at work now. Remember I told you the CEO, the vice VP, and another guy, their portfolio is looking real nice because of Bitcoin especially, but even Ethereum went up when they got in. So did Litecoin, which is good. I'm glad to see that, right? I'll do these videos to help people try to make themselves some damn money. You have a day job, you struggle day to day. There's got to be something else out here that we can do. I do these YouTube videos. I have the ads. I admit, yes, I get paid. It's everybody does. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. I'm loving life with YouTube and this thing, with what I do. And I have my day job. But I also found these cryptos. Oh my gosh, I can't tell all my 50,000 subscribers, hey guys, open a YouTube channel and try to get, 30, 40, 50,000 people under you. That's not going to happen, right? The statistics show that all 50,000 is not going to happen. Maybe a few of you would take it to that level. It's just statistics. Many of you might even take it past what I've done. Jay Snip, I blew you out of the water. Hey, you did. Good for you, buddy. I'm proud of you, right? But how long is it going to take? And you know what I mean? It's not for everybody. So I'm glad I found these things, these cryptos, and I'm glad I've been studying them and covering them like crazy. Because these are the things that are going to change people's lives. We got a little greedy with Bit Petite. Oh, I'm going to get out. Oh, didn't work. okay, spanking, lesson learned, off to the next one, back to, which is basically not off to the next one of those, off to the next one, as in get back to cryptocurrencies. What are we looking at next? Bitcoin, Litecoin, another ICO, whatever. Which again, I don't know if I'm ready to pull anyone on the ICO. Hey, come on my show. I'm not ready for that right now. Just to be honest with you, I'm not even looking at any new ICOs at the moment, but I will be. I mean, I'll be looking myself, and then I'm gonna make a determination. Maybe I should go back out and tell the people about it. Maybe I shouldn't. The Bit Petite thing really stung. I don't want to get them into something that ends up sucking, or we got cheated and lied to, and that would hurt. But again, I give the proper disclaimers, and you guys know you're responsible for your own stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. But foreseeable future, I'm not trying to do any video interview things right now. I will say, like I did Saturday night. My 7 Network, Peggy, get them on. Get them to come on my show. Can't wait to see what they have to say that it's not a scam. And I'll be generous. I'll be legit with them. I'm not going to crush them. I'm not going to be mean to them. I'm going to treat them with the utmost respect. No reason for you not to come on my show. I'm not going to edit pieces out to make you look like a fool. I'm going to let it go, the entire conversation. I won't edit anything. Let's roll. Why is this not a scam? Why are you hiding your domain name? Why isn't the CEO known? Why, got plenty of questions to ask. It would be so cool to have them come on. I'm telling you, I don't think they're going to. Take care.